Tennessee Courage acting head coach Nathan Thackeray following Courage's match versus the Utah Royals. Nathan, can you just start with your initial thoughts on today's match?
Yeah, I mean, I have to see the game out. It's another game where we've taken the lead, and for a team that doesn't score many goals, we've got to hold on to that 1-0 win. Giving away too many set pieces unnecessarily that have led to obviously the equaliser and then the VAR goal as well. I didn't get a clear vision of that, but obviously it sounds like it's been a handball. But performance-wise, I thought we were poor in the first half. To be honest, maybe I got to watch it back because maybe my emotion post-game is giving me a skewed vision of the game. But I didn't think we had any control in the first half, and obviously we were high pressing them, so they played quite direct, and it meant that the game was a little long and a little sloppy. So it took us a while to settle down. Got a little bit better in the second half, I would suggest. I think we were lucky for the goal to be called back. I haven't seen it up close, but I think we were a little bit lucky to get that one back. And then we go on and get the goal, and from there we have to see the game out. So yeah, I'm gutted for the team because they've been working so hard, and I've put so much demand on them in the last 3 weeks that they've had to adjust to and adjust to the training and how physical the training is, and the demands of what I'm asking them to do in the game as well is different to what it has been in the past. And I want us to get numbers higher. I want us to be more effective towards the box and creating chances, and that's been it's been well received, I think, in a training environment. Now we just got to put it into practice on the field.
And obviously delay. What was your message to the team kind of during that right delay and then you came out of it?
Yeah, it was like three periods of the game. It was like, all right, you go in, you give them a pre-halftime team talk to then come out and play another 10 minutes with the added time. And I actually thought that 10 minutes we started really well in it, and then later we just started to sit back a little bit deeper, and it allowed them to get a couple of shots off. Not shots that were sort of going to hurt us, but shots that were still shots from distance that anything's got a chance to go in, and especially against us this season, I think shots from distance have been our biggest challenge. So yeah, a bit disappointed with that 10-minute spell, and then obviously just trying to get the team reset. Thankfully it wasn't more than what it was, because it's tough to come in and go out and come back in again. It was difficult.
And then we saw Jaden Shaw in a little bit of a deeper position today. You talked in the pre-match about what you wanted to see from her in terms of the KC game and in terms of her in a deeper position. What do you think of her performance tonight and her ability to link up with Ashley off the right?
Yeah, I thought she was great. I really do. I think we have to find her more to help her build rhythm in the game. And for someone that's not played in that position before, other than the 45 minutes at Kansas, I thought she did really, really well. Dictated the game. Her ability to execute passes from a deeper position and break lines is phenomenal. We don't have to rely on it necessarily being Ash and Manaka in the 10 positions that are always being the creative ones. Now Jaden can do it. She has that range to be able to switch the point of attack, and she can do it at tempo as well, which is great. So yeah, really, really happy for her. I'm glad she stepped up to take the penalty. She was not supposed to be the penalty taker in that moment, but obviously Manaka was hurt, so she stepped up and took it. And I think the last one she took was against Portland away, and she missed it. So in that 88th minute, 89th minute, whatever it was, to step up and be brave enough to put the ball on the goal, had me a little bit scared when it hit the underside of the crossbar. But yeah, I'm happy for it. It was a good performance. Rock solid.
So we have other questions.
I mean, being where you are at the table, you would like to come with 3 points, come with 1, to give up that goal away. Does it feel like a missed opportunity there?
Absolutely. Yeah, I've just told the team we got to see that game out, and when we don't perform really, really well, and you get late in the game, and you just have to see those moments out. So yeah, it's going to be a tough pill to swallow. The team will feel that as well. There's still a lot of good things that are happening in the game, and I tried to reiterate that it's not all bad. There's not all bad things. It's a little chaotic in times, just because we're getting used to a different style of play a little bit. But yeah, it felt like, honestly, it feels like 3 points dropped, not 2 points dropped. So we'll have to bounce back. I've said to the team all week as we go through this period that failure finds everybody at some point. We're going through that patch now, but it's important that they know it's not way starting from scratch. We start with experience. So any moment that we've learned from, we need to utilize it. And if this game is helps us build some mental fortitude and some resilience to be able to see out the games and defending set pieces better, then it's a lesson learned and not a lesson lost. So
you mentioned that you've kind of been asking more out of them in training since the change in coach. What have you been asking of them? Have they been meeting your expectations?
Yeah, it's been a higher physical load. I want every day in training to be harder than the game. So when they step into the field of the game, they can go non-stop. So the physical load has been much higher level of intensity. A lot of attacking actions, a lot of aggressive actions towards the goal, which you can see we're getting better at. We're creating more opportunities. We're just not putting them away, which is also an issue. But those have been the biggest demands on them. But some new terminology as well that sort of aligns with my idea of playing and I think where the club want to go. It's been not just physical but mental adaptation for them. Yeah, sure. But they're dealing with it well. Yeah.
Were you happy with the performance of the goalkeeper filling in?
Yeah.
Dealing with the rain delays and having to deal with the field conditions.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Marissa was excellent. I mean, come up in some big moments. She struggled in the build-up in the first half because as we were trying to adapt to their man-to-man press from our goal kicks. So that was just a lesson for her to say, okay, well, if they're going to do that high, we could expose the space sort of behind them and play directly into Pinto to see if she could hold the ball up for us. But I thought overall, for a first NWSL League game, come up with some big moments, some big saves. I actually think she made a couple. Well, no, I think the referee ended up giving it a corner, but there was a save in the first half that I thought was exceptional, and he gave a goal kick, and then they agreed to give a corner eventually. But yeah, really happy for her. Field conditions were fine, no problem.
How about the fans? I mean, it seemed like they were just as loud before there was delay when there were people there, and then there's just less people after the delay.
Yeah, I mean, listen, anyone that comes here is appreciated, but the ones that stayed after the rain delay, it's really appreciated. This team needs all the support they can get, and as I said to Nicholas in the pre-match press conference, we need the crowd to be the 12th man or 12th player to help us get over the finish line. And tonight, the ones that stayed behind that really did help us try to do that. I'm appreciative of those people. I want to see more people in the seats. Rain or sunshine, doesn't matter. If you're a North Carolina Courage fan, you should be sitting in the seats and supporting the team. So my hope is that they keep coming back and they bring more and more so that we can keep growing the fan base.
Just one question. It looked like a really interesting substitution pattern at halftime. Spencer Stouty came in. I assume that helps Williams maybe have some opportunities to play forward a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm curious about your thoughts on how the personnel coming in the second half.
Yeah, it was. We'd wanted Tyler to rotate up, and Tyler was doing fine. I just felt like we weren't having enough control of the ball. So the option to bring in two players that might have a little more quality in possession, different types of players, and that would have allowed Ryan to just extend a little bit more for us. It's tough to change players at halftime, and they'll never understand why. The players might think it's personal, but it's not. It was a tactical change. The decision was made for that specific reason. And as I said to Stoudy, she came in and it's the first time she's played for a while. She's trained really, really well throughout this period, and we changed to a back four tonight, and she's better in a 4 than she is in a 5 or a back 3, however you want to call it. So she had that opportunity. I thought she just did okay. I thought Malia was normal Malia, what you expect to get. But those chances will come again for them. So as long as she keeps training the way she has been, those opportunities will come. Appreciate it.
Okay. I have one more.
Yeah.
You've been with the club for a long time. KK's been here since 2018. Tonight breaks the record for consecutive games played. Just kind of curious from your perspective, having watched her grow all those years, how important is she now to the success of this team?
Yeah, she's really important, and if anything, she builds a foundation of expectation for the rest of the group. A player that came in as a trialist, didn't play for a number of years, had some hard times. I mean, at one point, I think she thought about quitting out of the game a number of years ago, and then eventually got her opportunity and has ran with it ever since. And I think the younger players that are coming through now, maybe sometimes they think that they are need to start every game, or I need to do this, I need to do that. Not really. Kaylee Kurtz worked on her craft for a number of years before she was able to get into the team, and she's done a fabulous job of maintaining that. And to be a player that plays, what's the exact number, 106? 107? To play 107 consecutive games without missing a single minute, what you're doing off the field is far more credible than what you're doing on the field, because these bodies aren't made to do that. They're definitely not. So, especially the way that she plays as well, with how aggressive she is. So I'm really happy for KK. I'm proud of her for what she's achieved. Now that runs over, I can start to sit on the bench a little bit more, sober off at half time. But I'm just joking.
One more question. How about Meredith Specker, 100th NWSL team? What do you think about that?
Yeah, and another one that's been around for a long time. I'm happy for Matt. She's been a great part of the North Carolina Courage for a number of years now. So to get 100 games, it's no mean feat. So she's done really well. She's a great person in the group. So I'm happy for her. Yeah. Appreciate it. Thank you.